Hello everyone, here is an update on gold, and as you can see here I have two charts shown. Left you're looking at spot gold, right you are looking at the Chinese yuan relative to the US dollar. Last week I put out a little bit of a tip regarding everybody should take a look at these relationships here so you'll better understand what exactly it is that we're dealing with. We are now very closely, as you can see, following the Chinese yuan dollar, and same type of a move expected. So basically, from the Wednesday analysis that I put out, not much of a change, but the direction is still looking to be the same. Both of these pairs are looking to swing back to the upside here. My target here for the Chinese yuan is going to be around the 15-cent range. Just looking at that green indicator there. And as far as gold is concerned, still looking for around 1240, 1238 to around 1240, maybe even hitting around 1245 on the back of this move here. Should be a pretty nice bounce, obviously, because we've been kind of bouncing around here for some time, quite weak. As you can see here with the RSI, I've been beaten on both of these pairs. It is pretty much a no-brainer trade, I believe. Limited, downside risk reward ratio. Gold has been very boring, obviously, but again, with this overall relationship intact so far, we haven't had any green candles on these weekly charts. It will come. It's just going to take a lot of patience, and with what's going on in the world, all that headline risk that we're seeing, which is basically Turkey. We're looking at Canada, Saudi Arabia relationships just basically going down the drain. We see, issues over there with Israel and in the Palestine, and attacks that are happening, and just absolute craziness all across the world. And for gold to be sitting here doing nothing, and just basically following along with what the yuan's doing, it's very interesting. Right now is definitely a wait and see type of a environment for me. I will be watching to see what happens here on our lower time frames. So with that being said, let me just make the switch over. And again, here is our look at spot gold on the daily time frame. Once again, we are outside of the major selling area, still kind of holding on to by a straw's length at least the lows here for gold. But inevitably and in due time, we should be seeing a very strong bounce back up into the 1237, as I mentioned earlier, and maybe even higher up into the 1240s. It seems quite impossible at this time, and I know everybody's looking at the dollar index saying, "Oh, well, gold should be, breaking down even further." You're right; it should have been breaking down, probably below 1200 on the back of what the dollar did on Friday. Clearly not the case, and those charts that I just showed you side by side are the reason why. So beyond that, as far as pegging and with the yuan relative to gold and things like that, I can't speak to that. All I can speak to is what I see in the charts here, and still looking for that consolidation to continue, and then we'll have a pretty aggressive move to the upside. And again, August is a pretty terrible time in the markets overall as far as trading is concerned. Volumes typically, diminish significantly. A lot of people are on vacation, going on vacation. Nobody's really, at least, paying too much attention to the markets beyond just kind of checking on their phone overall. At least that's been my experience and what I've been observing over the past few years. So again, I am just kind of waiting to see what's happening here with gold as a whole. We'll see what happens, but I think there's definitely a big change coming in the markets overall. And make sure you do keep your eyes on the 10 and the 2-year treasuries as well.